Bud, phenomenal performance in that Battle Royal last week, man.
Aw, thank you, Big Red. I saw you in there. What happened?
Dude, you know I was trying to be in that top 2 with you, but then me and Mike and his goon of the week sent me sailing over the top row.
Those guys, we cannot catch a break with them.
Man, I don't know what his issue is, but I'm about tired of him and his shenanigans. That's a fact.
Gentlemen.
So.
Nice to run into you. First, Bud Burch, congratulations on being the #1 contender for the Utah State Television Championship.
Thank you.
Much deserved.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, he is. And as for you, Big Red, unfortunately, the only thing I have open is a tag match. Coincidentally, against me and Mike and his flavor of the week. So, if you can find a tag partner, the match is yours. But that's all I got for you.
And you know I can't ask you to do this, right? Like, I want to get my hands on Mike, but you got a big opportunity tonight.
You know what? I'd never leave a trail buddy on the mountain alone. It's us tonight, brother.
You sure?
We'll take him on.
All right, if you're sure you're good with pulling double duty, I'm all for it. Good luck, gentlemen.
Dude, you the man. Let's take care of this.
Business is ours.
It's another Thursday in Salt Lake City, coming to you from the Gateway. I'm Lauren Gardner, and this is Devotion Championship Wrestling. Yes, we are coming to you yet again from the historic Union Pacific Depot in the Grand Ballroom. Let's get into today's card. An exhibition match between a face you may have seen before, but we haven't seen for a while. Lola, the adventurer, takes on Princess Deathwish. And then in our main event, after last week winning the Battle Royal for the place of #1 contender, Bud Burch looks to upset the Utah State Television Champion, REKA TEHAKA. However, as we just saw, Bud Burch will be doing double duty tonight, giving his tag team partner a chance to compete and get some retribution against Mike Burke and Jonathan Monroe. And that match starts right now. Everyone in the ring. Our official for this bout, Big Drew Templar, calls for the bell. It sounded, and we are off, but Jonathan Monroe protesting right off the bat. I'm not sure what his grievance is. The acoustics as they are here at the Grand Hall at the historic Union Pacific Depot, not the easiest to hear. It's almost like we're in a swimming pool. A nostalgic feel, if you will, but Drew Templar not seeing that too much facial hair to be a valid grievance. I don't know how they do things up in Nampa, Mr. Monroe, but I would expect that any man of Idaho, especially the farther north you get, the beardier they become. Oh! And I know for a fact that's not how it's done at the Wrestle Club out of the Boise area, but he'll get away with what he can. Of course, it was last week when we saw Monroe teaming up with Burke to eliminate Radical Red Matthews in the Battle Royal, of which his partner, Bud Burch, ended up winning into a side headlock. Look at that low center of gravity. Great move by Monroe, taking the taller Matthews down low, coming off the ropes, holding his own with a solid shoulder into the Radical Red. Trying to do some educating here to the former college professor, that is Red Matthews, but this former college professor, I don't know if he was teaching any flight instruction, but he could do a course in that as well, getting some vertical heights on that drop kick. Tag is made, and the seasoned veteran not Mean Mike, but the original Mike, Burke, steps into the ring. Not unlike Monroe, he has something to say, which we can't hear, and that's okay because we like to see what happens. Talk with your actions, not with your mouth. Anyone can talk with their mouth. Right now, the actions being from Red Matthews. A solid side headlock comes off the ropes, and this time he's the one to put the hurt on with a solid shoulder. Comes off the ropes again, up and over, comes back off the ropes again, holds on, and Mean Mike whiffs on a drop kick, landing in the middle of his back, and he's feeling all of his own weight. Burke upset, goes for a roundhouse, but instead he's scooped and slammed by Red Matthews. The forces of nature might have things finished right off the bat, but no. After the first pinfall attempt, the original Mike Burke able to get a shoulder up. Mike Burke, been in many a match. He's been doing this for many years. That's just good old muscle memory for him. You're not going to get him out on a first pinfall attempt, but you might get him on collaborative team effort. Let's see what the forces of nature have got. Bringing down a rebounding Burke with standing back elbows, and now a double elbow drop. Bud Burch with his first chance to get into this match. I tell you what, folks, you see some of these young cats that come in to wrestle, and they're just happy to be here. They're happy to be given a chance, and that is all Bud Burch, 100%. And on the other side of that coin, there is no better fuel for someone that has been in the game as long as the original Mike Burke than to see some new, fresh-eyed, stars in their eyes wrestler come in here and just, it lights a fire under a guy like Mike Burke to see that and try to extinguish it, snuff it out as quickly as possible. Tag is made, Jonathan Monroe comes in. Mike Burke and Monroe showing some continuity of their own. Goodness. With a running palm strike right into the jaw of the diminutive Burch, who's put squarely into the middle of the ring. Monroe now hooks a leg, goes for the cover. And that is 140 pounds of kick-out power, folks. Bud Burch staying in it thus far. Jonathan Monroe with a sit-out rear headlock, now getting into a referee's position. We're seeing definitely some influences here from Catch as Catch Can in amateur wrestling, but a suplex is as professional as it gets. Monroe showing why he thinks he has been overlooked his entire career. And I gotta tell you, it's not every man that can pull off business casual in the ring, but Monroe's doing it fairly well. Tag is made yet again. And this is, despite, as far as I know, the first time that they've actually been paired together as an official team. Burke and Monroe displaying a great sense of continuity and togetherness. But right now, there's nothing that Monroe can do to stop Burke from trying to come back. Instead, it is Burke who puts that stop quickly with solid, stiff strikes to the side of Burch's head. Burch now whipped off the ropes, comes off, and is put down with a lariat, and in with a running senton. Burke, knowing that he's hit it, goes for the cover, 2, and again, that is a solid 140 pounds of kick-out power from Bud Burch. You just see the guy, and you know that this means everything to him. Every match is wrestled as if it is his very last. Again, though, cutting off the ring, making sure that Burch cannot make that tag. In fact, now Monroe adding insult to injury, taunting the radical Red Matthews, now giving Burch's partner a clear, solid view of basic fundamentals that always work, that always hurt, and that is a Boston Crab. Burch, with the devoted faithful rallying around him, is able to get to the bottom rope. The hold is broken, and this match continues. I was talking about the novelness, the goodness, great leg sweep there from Jonathan Monroe. Says it's over. He goes for the cover. 1, 2. Nope. Not this time, folks. I'm telling you, the guy has got kick-out power for days. But for how long can he keep it up? As I was saying, we see how excited and how willing BURCH is to get in the ring and to fight. He didn't have to take this match on tonight. Beautiful job of running the ropes, flying through the ring, goes for the cover. 1, 2. Shed fairly easily. While he might have a lot of power to employ in kicking out, he doesn't have a lot of weight to hold someone down. BURCH didn't have to make this match tonight. He did not have to participate. He's got a championship fight coming up on the line later tonight, and to give his partner a chance to come in and get some retribution on Monroe and BURKE, he took it anyway. Great tag team continuity, albeit out of the purview of the official. BURKE, seemingly the legal man now, goes for a pinfall attempt, doesn't capitalize, and BURCH looking to try to get to his feet, put on some sort of offense, or at least get a tag, but instead goes for the sunset flip. 2, beautiful counter from BURCH. This is what I love about a tag team that is diverse in size. You get a lot of varied action, and it's a lot harder for a team to strategize against them. A lot of tag teams, you end up with essentially 2 clones of the same person, the same moveset, the same threats, the same opportunities. You gotta work harder when you're going against something like this. Up, off the ropes with the Vader Bomb. Monroe goes for the cover, counts his chickens before they can get a 3 count. Upset, he's gonna do it again. 1, 2, again, kicks out. Does BURCH. You're gonna have to staple his beard to the mat, I think, to keep this young man down. BURCH has got all the fire, all the, what they call moxie in the game. But for how much longer? And again, as I said, here in a few minutes, he's got a championship opportunity. Is he throwing that all away in his stamina, gassed out in the ring against, I mean, I'm not going to say they're nobodies, but they're definitely not champions right now. Mike throws Bud off the ropes. Bud comes back, launches into a wheelbarrow, transitions into the bulldog, and brings the face of his opponent right into the mat. Bud BURCH is psyched. He's feeling it. He's got the devoted faithful behind him. Has he got the gas in it, in his tank, in his reserve, to either make a tag or go for the pin, as BURKE now goes for his own tag. In comes Red Matthews for the forces of nature. The Radical Red, like a red tornado of the DC Comics, spinning around and around, dropping down. Jonathan Monroe goes for the cover, but Mike BURKE, already seeing what was coming, comes in. Radical Red Matthews takes care of BURKE in short measure, keeping that momentum. Matthews throws Monroe into the turnbuckle, comes across the ring and launches right across the chest of Monroe, who is on spaghetti legs. Meanwhile, the tag has been made. Bud BURCH onto the second rope. Are we going to see a demolition decapitation? Shades of demolition. BURCH now goes for the cover. 1, 2, and that's it, folks. The forces of nature with a big win. We'll see if this win was worth it later tonight in our main event, as Bud BURCH steps into the ring as the #1 contender for the Utah State television title. Folks, you don't want to miss it. Next week is the long-awaited tag team hardcore match. Let's check in with the DCW heavyweight champion, Brother Chatwin, and Andrew Sowell to see how they're preparing.
All right, so this is our strategy, right? So So we go there, they go there, right? Yep, 100%, right there. Yep, that's exactly what. That's a fluke win. You did not beat me at tic-tac-toe. All right, best of 20 next time, okay? All right, there's no way you beat me 12 times, right? But the important thing is we need to start working together, right? We need to be on the same mindset. We need to start getting extreme. We need to be prepared to face Manny Lemons and Tommy Dreamer next week, right? Bernie's already extreme. He's already hardcore. It's time that we get hardcore, okay? Now don't flinch, all right? Stick your hands out, okay? Do not flinch. I said don't flinch. All right, it's my turn. All right, here we go. Why would you do? He's already extreme. You don't treat a colonel like that. I'm sorry, Colonel. You know what? This training's getting us almost ready, but I think I have a better idea with what to do next week against Tommy Dreamer and Manuel Lemons. Okay?
Even if Andrew Sowell and Brother Chatwin were taking their training seriously, I don't think there's any amount of training or preparation that would get them ready for the innovator of violence in a hardcore match. In the ring right now, we have Lola and Princess Deathwish. Lola in pink, Princess Deathwish in the black. Lola, who we've seen at DCW in the past, happy to have her back here going up against Princess Deathwish. The first time we've seen PDW in singles action here on DCW television. Lola goes for the roll-up. Quick kick out from PDW. Lola not stopping, goes for Kazita. 1, 2 count. Nope, just one. PDW telegraphs. Lola takes advantage, goes for the sunset flip. And a frustrated PDW kicks out at 1 again, giving themselves a pep talk in the corner. Round and around they go. Yeah, we're all having fun, folks. We're having fun. PDW not having fun, looking to take that whimsy out of Lola. Many have tried, few have succeeded. A leaping face buster from the Peruvian princess. She goes for the cover. 1, 2. 2 count. That's 3 attempts thus far from Lola. She is bound and determined to make a statement of PDW tonight. Now going in to the backpack sleeper hold, able to use her size to her advantage. Great job of getting her ankles above the hips of her opponent. A discus lariat brings down PDW. Instead of going for the pin, they gyrate, then go for the pin, showing us their, well, an asset at least. I don't know if it's the best asset, but it's an asset nonetheless. Lola slow to get to her feet. PDW slow to get back into action as they give their mind to the devoted faithful. Luckily, there's not a lot to give, so it's a quick demonstration. The adventurer from the depths of the Amazon, using the ropes to get to her feet, getting an assist with a handful of hair from PDW, goes for the scoop. Instead, Lola counters right in to that backpack sleeper hold. She has got it locked in tightly. Again, notice how high she gets up on her opponent's hips. That is a great placement, although has not worked out for her thus far. PDW rushes in. Lola dodges, and PDW counters with a parallel bars wushu kick. Combos into a step-down snap suplex. And I do not like that. Goes for the cover without a hook of any sort. An easy kick out for Lola. And this match continues. You know, PDW claims to have at one time or another held a combined total of 36 different independent titles, although they have yet to hold anything besides a handful of Lola's hair here at DCW. Let's see if this exhibition match will bear fruit. right now getting another verbal reprimand from our official and showing us some posturing, I guess. And a big whiff on a running senton. Lola feeling the motion in the ring, able to dodge out just in time, with the devoted faithful rallying behind her. Right back to that backpack sleeper. Death Wish looks to shed her in the corner. She sees it coming, hits him with that basement dropkick to the ankles, off the ropes, and comes in with the crossbody. Lola is feeling it. She is fired up. Dodges a right hook, comes in with the lariat, brings PDW down yet again, puts a bow on it with a beautiful hook kick, not slowing down, a three-quarter face-off Russian leg sweep, and after that intense offense, she has finally got PDW slowly getting to their feet, and this time, will it be the final time? She locks in that backpack sweeper. She's pulling on it tight. You can see as she pulls deeply right into that carotid artery. The face of PDW waning down onto their knee. Is this, no, back to their feet, drops back, goes for a bridged pin. This time, a seated rear naked choke. PDW has got nowhere else to go. She hooks it in. She hooks it in over their hips. And that's it, folks. Lola returns to DCW television with a win. Folks, before we go to our main event, Psycho would like to give a special message to the Utah State Television champion.
REKA, I'm sorry that I didn't do what I said I was going to do, and that's win the Battle Royal, so you wouldn't have to have a challenger tonight. But don't worry, this will be Bud Birch's second match of the night, and I'm going to be ringside to make sure nothing happens that shouldn't. Not that you need any help, because you're the Utah State Television champion, and after tonight, you still will be. You're the best!
This is it, folks, our main event for the night. The Utah State Television Championship is on the line. REKA TEHAKA, our champion, defending against the challenger, Bud Burke. Official referee Jeremy Rimmer holds up the title. That is what is on the line. REKA TEHAKA, we have just seen an impressive, almost inhuman amount of improvement throughout the past few years. I see nothing more but higher and higher points for her to reach. Bud Birch seemingly not slowing down at all due to the bout that he already had, but REKA TEHAKA quick to bring him up out of the starting blocks and make him maybe rethink about what's going on. Birch now with TEHAKA into the corner, getting a count. Perhaps maybe a little excited. Maybe realizes that wasn't the best thing to do, apologizing, but REKA says, bring it on. She dodges and delivers one of her own of equal or perhaps greater value. Now, taking Birch, whips him into the turnbuckle, follows up with a step-up knee right to the side of the face. The devoted faithful impressed. So too am I. Now with classic TEHAKA with a big old monkey flip. She knows it. We know it too. TEHAKA goes for the cover. 2. Birch kicks out. We've already seen his impressive stick-to-itiveness when it comes to pinfall breaks. Now getting back up to his feet, he goes into the corner. She pulls him back out with the snapmare. Pushing Birch down, goes for the cover again, and Birch kicks out. TEHAKA looking to capitalize. Oh, goodness. A jawbreaker coming from Birch. TEHAKA looks to attack, is dropped with a toe hold, and Birch transitions into an inverted three-quarter figure for a leg lock. Birch with a background in freestyle and amateur collegiate wrestling. A bit, I mean, give the man a few years of experience and we've got ourselves the makings of a Bryan Danielson on our hands. TEHAKA able to make it to the ropes as we see Psycho has now made it out to the ring and is watching, staying vigilant. Oh my goodness sakes! TEHAKA soundly drops her opponent, goes for the cover. Again, BURCH showing that stick-to-itiveness when it comes to breaking a pinfall attempt. My goodness, though. I tell you, TEHAKA's strikes have just become so much more precise and efficient over the past couple of years. I really pity anyone to get in the ring with her. Now showing off her strength, putting her opponent on the shoulder. Oh my goodness! Soundly dropping and rolls into the pin. 2. Again, BURCH able to stick in it. The match continues. And I think we're starting to see a little bit of attrition now. The effects that earlier match at the start of the show. Looking to save face, BURCH now has TEHAKA into the corner. He gets some speed, comes in. A running splash right across the abdomen and chest, now into the throat. The hooked lariat, pulling TEHAKA now into the center of the ring. Looks for the suplex. TEHAKA drops her hips though, blocking. Again, BURCH goes back to the well. TEHAKA dropping her hips, reverses it. Soundly does not release. Back to her feet. Hits the leg hook swinging neck breaker. My God. You can see the pain etched all across the face of Bud BURCH. REKA hit that so hard with such strength. He was nigh vertical, coming down right on his neck. And now, with a spinning sidekick, 2. That's it, folks. REKA TEHAKA retains the Utah State Television Championship.
And still Utah State Television Champion, REKA TEHAKA.
More than he could chew in one night. Of course, Psycho happy to take any amount of credit for REKA's win. On behalf of Devotion Championship Wrestling and Death Ray Media, I'd just like to say thank you folks for bringing us into your homes and spending some time with us. I'm Lauren Gardner from the Gateway.